Hey, welcome to Socialism for All. This file is being recorded for the September 2021 edition of Socialism for All, and it's an audiobook and actual audio from Gramophone of Lenin's The Task of Restoring the Transport Systems from March 1919. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe and consider supporting us on Patreon. There's a link to Patreon in the video description. So, March 1919 was about a year and a half after the October Revolution, in which the communists were victorious in Russia. This is, of course, after several years of World War I, and the Tsar had been deposed, and just generally the imperialist powers were exhausting themselves, tearing each other apart over who was going to control the world. And it was in this moment of capitalist weakness that the ongoing revolutionary movement in Russia finally found its final success. So, let's get into the audiobook, and then I will post the actual audio of the speech and put the English translations on the screen. So, comrades, the great victories of the Red Army have saved us from the intervention of Kolchak, Yudenich, and almost finished with Denikin. The armies of landowners and capitalists, who wanted, with the help of the capitalists of the whole world, to regain their unlimited power in Russia, have been smashed. But the imperialist war, then the war against counter-revolution, have in a terrible way ruined and weakened the whole country. It is necessary to strain all efforts to overcome the devastation, to restore industry and agriculture, in order to give the peasants the products which are necessary to them in exchange for grain. Now we, after having beaten the landowners, liberating Siberia, Ukraine, and Northern Caucasus, are able fully to restore the economy of the country. We have lots of grain. Now we have coal and oil. Everything now depends on transport. The railways are in ruins. All the transport systems must be restored. Then we will bring grain, coal, and oil to the factories. Then we will bring salt. Then we will start the restoration of industry and the end of hunger for factory and railroad workers. But let all workers and peasants take on the restoration of transport, work which is most persistent and self-sacrificing. All work which is necessary to restore the transport systems must be carried out with full fervor, revolutionary energy, and utter devotion. We have conquered at the front in the bloody war, and we will conquer at the bloodless front, the transport front. Everything for the task of restoring transport systems. And that's the end of the audiobook. So again, a year and a half into the revolution, and it was messy. Capitalists did not want to give up their stuff, for sure. They wanted to keep exploiting people. But, you know, the process of building socialism, of course, they had to start actually rebuilding all of the systems that you need. All of that infrastructure, and the transportation system is, of course, a vital one. So we're going to switch now to the MP3 of the original gramophone recording of Lenin giving this address.
Великие победы Красной Армии избавили нас от нашествия Колчака, Юденича и почти покончили с Деникиным. Разбиты войска помещиков и капиталистов, которые хотели при помощи капиталистов всего мира восстановить свое всевластие в России. Но война империалистская, затем война против контрреволюции, страшно разорили и обессилили всю страну. Надо напрячь все усилия, чтобы победить разруху, чтобы восстановить промышленность и земледелие, чтобы давать крестьянам за хлеб необходимые для них продукты. И теперь мы, победив помещиков, освободив Сибирь, Украину, Северный Кавказ, вполне можем восстановить хозяйство страны. У нас много хлеба, есть теперь уголь и нефть. Все дело сейчас за транспортом. Железные дороги расстроены. Надо восстановить транспорт. Когда мы подвезем на фабрики хлеб, уголь и нефть, когда мы подвезем соль, когда начнется восстановление промышленности, кончится голод фабрично-заводских и железнодорожных рабочих. Пусть же все рабочие и крестьяне берутся за дело восстановления транспорта, за работу самую упорную и самоотверженную. Все работы, необходимые для восстановления транспорта, должны выполняться с полным рвением, с революционной энергией, с беззаветной преданностью. Мы победили на фронте кровавой войны. Мы победим на фронте бескровном, на фронте труда. Все за работу по восстановлению транспорта.